the Pico shop. You could buy Picos. Do the Picos beat the whales? Honestly, the Picos, they might beat the whales. Oh my god, another reason why Babbage is just... What up guys, Astro Manny here, back at it again with another video for you. And we talked about how Orson had beautiful views, but oh my god, have you guys seen the new Babbage views? Ooh-wee, my dudes. What's up guys? I'm back at it here with another video, and today we're talking about new Babbage and Microtech starting point, starting as your location to start at for 4.0 or for Pyro. Okay, so we're talking about all the different locations in Stanton, Orson, New Babbage, Area 18, and Lorville as your choices for starting locations. And today we're covering New Babbage. So if you like that sort of thing, you know what to do. Smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. I go live every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you know when I'm live and all that stuff. Also, there's a video every day, Monday through Friday as well, and all that stuff. So another thing you can do is hit that join button down below. Become a member. Hit that join button, become a member. Members get wonderful benefits and double giveaway chances and all that awesome cool stuff. Help supporting me and all that stuff. So yeah, speaking of giveaways, Giveaway Manny, can you take it away for me, please? Hey guys, Giveaway Manny here, back at it again. Thank you, Present Manny, for the introduction, and you're doing so great, looking good. The channel's doing awesome. Thank you for all your hard work, Present Manny. Here we are on another giveaway for 7,000 subscribers. This is what this giveaway is. You did such a good job on getting 6,000 so fast. We're doing another one before the end of the year. That is, when we get to 7,000 subscribers before the end of the year, before it becomes 2025, then I'm giving away a F7C Mark II Hornet Ghost with some extra paints possibly if we get to 7,000 before the end of the year. So smash that like button and share the video around so we can get to 7,000 faster, and subscribe of course if you haven't already, because that's how we get there. So how do you enter this giveaway, you may ask? Well, you enter the giveaway by liking and commenting on every video from now until the giveaway ends. Okay, you have to like and comment in the video, and in the comment you have to use the code word that is going to be somewhere in the video. So therefore the videos you're gonna have to watch all the way through and find the code word in the video. There's a code word somewhere in the video. You guys have been doing such a great job on finding that code word and making fun comments with those code words. So a random video is going to be picked from now until we hit 7,000, and you make sure you're liking and commenting in those videos. That's how you enter. Use the code word, all those wonderful things. F7C Mark II Hornet Ghost. That's the giveaway. 7,000 subscribers. I'll see you when we get there. And back to you, Present Manny. Giveaways. Giveaway Manny, can you take it away for me, please? Thank you, Giveaway Manny, for all that wonderful giveaway information. All right. So again, we're talking about new Babbage. We're talking about Microtech as a starting location for your new adventure in 4.0 after a full wipe and preparing for Pyro. Preparing for 4.0 and preparing for Pyro. Starting at New Babbage. What does it look like? What are the pros and the cons of starting at New Babbage? Well, I'll tell you, one very beautiful pro is the beautiful view and the beautiful room you get to start in. Okay? And let's get up and wake up. It's about time. Mind you guys, I am tired. I'm working overtime on trying to get these videos out for you guys. I'm a little bit tired, so if I stumble on words a lot, it's because I've been up all day. I've been up all night. Anyways, beautiful room here in New Babbage. It's actually less beautiful than the one on Orson. The Orson one has a big screen TV. Now, mind you guys, I'm going to try to be as least biased as possible. I know this is the second video in the series talking about New Babbage. The first one talked about Orson, and I gave all these wonderful things about Orson. I'm going to give you guys tons of wonderful things about New Babbage too. So I'm going to try to stay as unbiased as possible. Guys, I really do love Babbage, okay? I think as crazy as Babbage is with its frames and stuff, you just look at that, guys. Like, what? Guys. Babbage is beautiful, okay? And little disclaimer, when I first started the game, I started at New Babbage. For a little while, New Babbage was my starting location. And that's perfectly fine, because any location has its pros and cons, has its benefits, and all those wonderful things. Guys. What? Guys, can we even make it through this video like this? We're supposed to be doing the benefits, the actual efficiency of starting at New Babbage. So what is the great thing about starting at New Babbage? Beautiful scenes. We got that on check. Locked. New Babbage is beautiful. But what does New Babbage have for you? Okay. Well, a lot of the cities have all your essential needs and everything you need to start off right. Coming straight out of your habs in New Babbage, it can be a little bit daunting, a little bit confusing, because we're just coming out and it's like, whoa, where am I in this big bad world with all those beautiful things? Well, if you pay attention to signage and you see that the loop, the metro loop is this way, the tram loop is in this direction, well, you're going in the correct direction. That's really the only direction you can go. Don't mind the IAE stuff. That is over. By the time of this recording, it is well over. So, yeah. Again, speaking of signage, look, Kelto is right there. In Orson, we talked about Kelto being right across the street. Here in New Babbage, Kelto is literally next door to your starting location. And that's benefit right there. Okay? So Kelto's right there. We'll go there in just a second. I just want to show you that there's a map, okay? New Babbage has a transit system just like Orson does. This is the Aspire Grand. This is where we spawned at, okay? We spawned in the Habs, and in the in Aspire Grand, you have the Habs, you have the medical, you have the train stuff, the train station, and then you have this main lobby here. Okay, that's basically the whole thing. As you can see, there's a habitation, a nice beautiful map, and then there's a store right here, that's Kelto. And then you have the medical station. And then these arrows show you to go down to the train station. It's really that simple here at Babbage. It can look very daunting and confusing. But look, there's the way to the trams. There's your Habs. There's the way to the trams. There's the way to the medical store. There's Kelto. All right here, starting off in the very beginning of Babbage, you have your first pick-me-up store. This is kind of exactly the same as the one at Orson. You get your drinks, your food, your guns, your ammo, all right here in this little pick-me-up stop. Really simple, really easy. New Babbage is great for just having this bam right in front of your face. It's when we go to the tram station it gets a little bit confusing, but before we do that, we'll go into the medical center, okay? So in the medical center, you have right at your front desk, you have your patient check-ins, just so I can show this to the new players and whatnot, because it's a little bit confusing. Right here is your insurance policy. This first door on the left is your insurance policy. This is where you set your spawn and all that kind of stuff. And then your second door to the left is where you buy your med gun and med gel and med pens and all that kind of stuff, okay? So just so you know about that, that's the setup for the New Babbage medical area. I'm trying to mirror this off just like I did on the Orson video, doing this super methodically and all that kind of stuff. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, there's the Habs, there's the medical, there's Kelto, now the tram station. Okay, so it gets a little bit confusing when you go down to the tram station because there's only 3 stops in Babbage as well. So it's just like Orson, right? Again, follow the signage. In Star Citizen, signage is your best friend. So we're at the loop at the moment, and really you have 2 choices. Go to the Spaceport or go to the Commons. This Expo Center doesn't matter, only during IAE, and that is over now. So your 2 options, like I said, is the Spaceport and the Commons, and it kind of gives you information on what you're going to find at both places. At the Spaceport, you're going to find your ships, and whatever that is, an exit sign probably, and garage vehicles, right? Then at the commons, it tells you get retail, business, food, entertainment, ammo, weapons, trading. There's a ship little area too, some industrial stuff, admins, all that wonderful stuff. So that's not good information, but it's information. All right. So then as you come around here, there's a more detailed map for you. Okay. This is the information about the Aspire Grand. We already showed you that. And then here is your train station information. Okay. So we are currently at the Aspire Grand, which is like we're inside the main city. And as you see, it's just a big circle loop. And so either from here, we can take the loop that takes us straight to the spaceport, or we can take this backwards loop and go and stop off at the commons, which is right here. You see? So those are your two choices. Obviously, we're going to take the long route and go to the commons first, because we're going to give you guys all the information that it has in store for you. So just like in Orison, it's very well signaged, is very well lit up. You can see that this is the spaceport, clearly train arriving, all that stuff. This is clearly telling you where you are and all that stuff. The train is arriving, where it's going to the commons. The signage is there, guys. So if you know how to find it, you know how to find it. You got this. I believe in you guys. So how's that for the start of New Babbage? I'm trying, you know, keep it methodical, keep it clear, keep it crisp. We're now on the tram. I guess we can talk about the trams a little bit in Babbage. These ones tend to be the worst. They actually, the trams on Babbage do tend to break the most common out of all the transit systems. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, it doesn't break often, but I'm just saying it is probably the most common one to break. And then look at these views. The tram system here is fucking fantastic, okay? I don't care if it breaks. Do you see this? Bro. Chris done it, dude. Chris made a game, guys. I don't care. Babbage is inspiring, okay? I really do love Babbage so much. I think it really is the most beautiful place, and it really is the coolest place. If Crusader wasn't so cram-packed, this is the Expo Center. We don't have to get off here. Apparently, you can still go to the Expo Center, so we're gonna stay on the tram and go all the way to the Commons. You see how it says Expo Center? It's telling me where we are. Anyways, if Crusader wasn't like the main location hub of all players and all missions, like where all the biggest and best things happen in Crusader, then I would definitely be in Babbage, man. It's so beautiful. I would deal with the terrible frames that you get when you're in Babbage. I would deal with the terrible traffic and all that stuff. It's so beautiful. So as you can see, we've made it to the Commons. Straight here, we can look at the map of the Commons to start, okay? So, the Commons is the big one, okay? We're here at the Metro Loop, okay? There is the Palace, and then there's also the Promenade. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but there's the Plaza. Sorry, it's the Plaza, and then there's the Promenade, okay? We are down here in the Metro Loop, okay? So that's where we are here. We're going to take some stairs to come out, and we're going to pop out right here in this like zone right here. So with this, you see this little marker is called the Metro Loop Access. Here, there's a couple stores, little food stores in this area. There's going to be in this direction, in the left direction, there is a garage surface exit entrance here as well. We'll talk a lot about that as a benefit of New Babbage. And then over here is the Plaza, and over here is the Promenade. I'm going to actually talk about the Promenade first because it's really easy. You can see it has Wally's Bar, Apparel, and Whammers. So this is kind of like a cool shopping mall area. It's got some fancy stores and it looks really cool, but there's absolutely nothing in that area of importance at all other than a cool little clothing shop. But other than that, it's kind of just glitz and glam. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Next is the Plaza. This is your main source of stuff in New Babbage. As you see, it has an Omega Pro, it has a planetary surface, it has a Shubin Interstellar, a center mass, a TDD, a courier service, and a factory line. Okay, so all this wrapped up in this one shopping mall. You can see that it has the planetary service, the admin, right on your right when you come in. It has the Shubin right on your left as you come in. It has Omega Pro up at the north end, and then it has center mass at the north end, and then you have Omega Pro on the south end, and then you have this factory line in the center with the TDD all the way at the end, and then some courier services as well. We're gonna go check out all those places. The big benefit of Babbage is it has every single weapon in the game you can purchase. Like ship weapons. Sorry, let me clarify that. Ship weapons you can purchase almost, not every single one, almost every single ship weapon can be purchased at Babbage. So the big benefit of starting at Babbage is that you have all access to arsenals for your ships. Not the best systems, okay? The systems, the best systems, your coolers, power plants, shields, and quantum drives is at Orison. But your weapons, your arsenal, is here at Babbage, okay? So this is this little first area that I talked about. It has some food stores in each corner and then a little gym in the other corner. So each one of these corners has a nice little food place. You can grab some stuff. The plazas in that direction and the promenades in this direction. Okay, so we're going to quickly go to the promenade and show this off. This is also where the service exits are, okay? This is where we're going to end our journey. We're not going to go there yet, but this is one of the biggest benefits of New Babbage is having the surface exit in the commons. We'll talk about that more later, but that is the hugest, most biggest benefit of Babbage is the service exit in the commons. Okay, quickly we're going to run over to the promenade. Again, there's nothing in particularly that important in this shopping center. It just looks really cool. A lot of people have never been here to the promenade section unless they got lost. A lot of people the first time going to the promenade is like, because they went in the wrong direction, was like, oh, this isn't the correct place. It's really cool. Check this out as just the entryway. Like, look at that. You're like really at a luxury mall. Like, I'm so glad it's daytime too. I'm so glad it's daytime. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. So you got Whammers to your right, and you got the apparel clothing place right here to your left. It just has some cool clothing if you ever want to go check it out. Here it is. It's pretty nice. Other than that, it's the bars in the center. It's all for show. Go check it out on your own time. Have some fun. Enjoy. It's just a nice place to go hang out. Like if you're ever out with your friends and just like wanted to have some place to chill in Star Citizen, come here. Check it out. It's a nice way to spend some time. Waste some time. Definitely. As you can see, Babbage is just memorizing, guys. Do know for new players or even advanced players, playing in Babbage is very hard on your computer. If you don't have the best computer, playing in Babbage can be very difficult. It is very computer hungry, so be aware of that. There's just so many beautiful scenes. Absolutely incredible. So again, we're passing by the surface exit. We'll talk about it again. Basically what it means is there's two ways to enter Babbage. When you come down to land, there's two ways to enter Babbage, either here at the Commons or the Spaceport. So one of the greatest things about it is you get to choose where to land and have a shortcut basically if you're just coming to the Commons or vice versa, right? So here's the Plaza. All right, the Plaza can be very confusing. Again, they've done a wonderful job on signage. Okay, you can see that there's signs over here that tell you where to go, and up there, Center Mass, Shubin Interstellar, Omega Pro, Planetary Services, and then straight down the line is going to have, again, Center Mass, Omega Pro. We'll go clockwise. We'll start left, right? Center Mass and Shubin Interstellar. So Shubin Interstellar is hard, easy to miss. Okay, this does have a door right here and stuff, but it doesn't open or anything, right? Shubin Interstellar is literally just these two terminals. Okay, it's just these two terminals, but it's important in Babbage because this is the place where you get your multi-tools and a little bit of armor. Okay, this is the only place in New Babbage where you can get multi-tools and some armor and stuff. Not the only place where you get armor, but definitely your industrial location. Okay, that's where you get your industrial stuff. Okay, and then over here in Center Mass is the king of ship weapons. As I was telling you guys, Center Mass basically has every ship gun in the game. Again, I keep saying every, but it's not absolutely every single one. It's the biggest selection. Okay, and this has the biggest selection of ship weapons, as you can see, and it's the only place in the game other than a Lagrange point that sells the NDB line of guns, and these NDBs are the best guns in the game for PvPing right now. Okay, they're the balanced guns, they're the meta guns. So these NBDs are what you want on your fighter ships. Well, they only go to size 1, 2, and 3. So if you're using ships that use 1, 2, or 3, you should be putting NDBs on your ships. All right, we'll continue to go around. As you can see, there's still signage. The TDD is up next as we go around. The TDD. Okay. All the TDDs are the same in all the cities. They just have different locations and all that whatnot. This is nothing here. I'm pretty sure that this is nothing. It says protection services. It's like a security area, I guess, probably, but there's nothing there. Anyways, this is the TDD as you continue to come around. You always know the TDDs by the globes, right? That's the trading center, the trade and development division, TDDs, right? And look at that. It's got New Babbage where we had Crusader. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, the TDDs. You guys know how that works. Then we go over here and you have a courier service. If you have packages to drop off or pick up or something, this is where you would do such a thing. Boom. Drop those packages off. Get that cash money on your delivery missions. Next up, you have Omega Pro. Okay, this is your ship component shop. It's not as good as Cousin Crow's for components, but it definitely gets you some. So again, this is another well-rounding thing that New Babbage has. It has a weapon shop for your ships, and it has a component shop. Again, not the best, not as good as Cousin Crow's as choices for components, but at least you have some. Okay. Next up here is the admins. As you go through here, there's going to be an admin little pop off right here. This is the admin place, Planetary Services. Okay. Planetary Services is where you can buy your commodities while you're at Babbage. It's also another little Covlex drop-off point as well. Oh, it's also where you clear your crime set and stuff. Admin is where you clear your crime set anywhere. So even on Crusader, when we pass the admin, that's where you clear your crime set. Lastly, for the Plaza, is the factory line. There's nothing really in particular here other than a few couple things. It is actually downstairs. Very pretty as you come through here. A lot of people don't know that this exists here in Babbage, but it does. It does. This is the factory line in Babbage. Things that you can buy here is tiger claws. You can buy tiger claws at Babbage. You can buy, where are they at? Where are they at? You can buy Moby Glass colors here as well. You can buy different color Moby glasses. Don't ask me how does this work because I don't mess with it, but it literally is just going to change the color of the wristband on your arm. I'm pretty sure that's all it does, guys. It just changes the color of the wristband on your arm. And this is where you buy them, all right? So here in the factory line, you buy Mobi-Glass arm bracelets and tiger claws. It's a nifty little thing to know. Nifty little thing to know. Gosh. There's so much information to give you guys on this. And as you can see, I'm showing new Babbage off. Like, I'm showing it off. New Babbage is fantastic, guys. If I was to recommend a place for new players to start, I would recommend Babbage. New Babbage is a safe location away from all the chaos that is Star Citizen. We're going to go back to the Metro Loop now because we're going to head to the space station. Okay, so I recommend New Babbage to new players. This is where I started as a new player. Like I said, it kind of is far away from all the chaos that is on the bottom half of the system. There's great things here like Ghost Hollow and Seize the Data. There's good missions here. Definitely is. It's not like you don't ever go to Babbage and like there's no reason to go to Babbage, but it's definitely less likely a traveled road. You know what I mean? There's less players doing daily things here in Babbage, making it safer for the newer players to play around in. Anyways, so next we're heading to the Spaceport. Now we're going to start talking about the Spaceport advantages and disadvantages. This is what we did as we got close to the Spaceport in Orison. But first we're going to talk about the code word. The code word, ladies and gentlemen, of this video. The code word is snow day. The code word for today is snow day. You got to use both words, snow day. Okay? That's the code word. So we got a minute to get to the station. Again, a minute to look at these beautiful views. Oh my gosh, could this video have not turned out any better with the timing and how beautiful it looks? Not even a snowstorm going on or anything. Incredible. Spaceport. Pros and cons of Babbage. Well, I'll tell you, Port Tressler is right above us. You could actually see it. There it is right there. Port Tressler is very, very visible. Very visible. That's very helpful for new players. It's also New Babbage itself is very fucking visible. You can see New Babbage while you're in space, right? So those are benefits. Port Tressler is a very nice station. I would consider it being the second best station in the game. And these are like the overhead stations, the stations for the cities. So I'm talking Seraphim, Tressler, Evers Harbor, and Bajini Point. Out of those four stations, I think Tressler's probably second best. It has a good selection of components, gear, weapons, all that kind of stuff. Again, there's your sign that tells you you're at the Spaceport. So it's very good for all that wonderful stuff. We can take a look at the map real quick, can't we? Spaceport's really easy. We'll just go through it. But Port Tressler's solid. The only thing I have an issue with Port Tressler is their drink choices at the as the food place right next to the ASOP terminals. The burrito bar sucks. It only sells soda, and soda's terrible for regenning your drink, your thirst bar, your hydration bar, and your food bar. Soda sucks. So that's the only issue I have with Port Tressler. Other than that, it's a pretty solid station. New Babbage Station itself, it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt to get out of atmosphere because it is kind of thick. It's probably the second worst, if not the worst, to get out of Babbage. Here we are, arrived at the space station. Okay. We'll talk about the rest of that as we fly away and stuff. Here we go, coming through the New Babbage area. There's another place you can clear your crime stat right there in the security checkpoint. So when you come out of New Babbage, you kind of just pop out. You just go out in the world again. Let's talk about location, okay? I think New Babbage can be the easiest spaceport to pick out when you're flying in because it's away from the city. You see how the railing comes out here, and this is very easy to spot. The only time it can be hard to tell where the spaceport is if there's a giant snowstorm going on. That can make it difficult. There's also another railing that goes way out there on the other side, so sometimes you're like looking at the wrong railing. But for the most part, I think Babbage is the easiest spaceport to find. So here you go. You're coming into the spaceport. This is your location. You got your ASOP terminals. Pretty straightforward. It's right there. You have a little shop over here. The Pico shop. You could buy fucking Picos. Do the Picos beat the whales? Honestly, the Picos, they might beat the whales. Oh my god, another reason why Babbage is just so fucking special, man. So beautiful. Yeah, a little shop. You can buy some Pico plushies. You can buy some drinks and stuff. Look at the drink selections. Really solid drink selections. You got Cruise, you got Synergy, you got it all. It's good stuff. This is a ship rental place. This is where you rent ships. Luxury rentals, by the way. This is a bit expensive here to rent ships, but you know, what else are you gonna do? Another wonderful thing that Babbage has that see, I'm gonna put Orison down a bit here because this is a problem with Orison, right? Orison, you can't drop, like, you're a city in the cloud, so like you don't have a land vehicle area. Babbage has 2 land vehicle areas. Look, this is surface elevators with ASOP terminals for land vehicles. Personally, there's a whole garage with land vehicles, and Babbage does it best because it's right there. It's right there next to the fleet manager. Fleet manager, ships only. You see that? It's crazy. Babbage does it so well with assorting all this, which leads us to another big benefit of Babbage. Man, Babbage has got lots of benefits. Like I said, the downside is you're out in the middle of nowhere. Besides all the beautiful views, there's not a whole lot going around in Babbage in Microtech area. Lots of cool explorations and lots of room to do things, but it's not player traffic heavy, so that's a downside. Or maybe that's a benefit. Maybe that's a benefit. You tell me down in the comments below. Is that a benefit or a downside? Another downside, like I said, is getting out of atmosphere. Big ships, it can definitely be a pain in the butt to get out of atmosphere. I mean, we're flying a Polaris, right? I mean, I'm taking the Polaris out for specific reasons in this video because it's the big ship, getting it out of atmosphere and all that kind of stuff, but also the docking situation. That's the plus side again. Remember we talked about it in yesterday's video in Orison, when you came in with big ships at Orison, you had to dock your ship, where it gave you the docking mechanism first. Here in Babbage, you don't got to worry about that. You take the Polaris. When you come back, you land the Polaris in the extra large hangar. You take it out of the extra large hangar, you land it in the extra large hangar. It's simple. No silliness involved. Other than the snowstorms, those can be silly. Let's get up in the air, show the beautiful views, show how thick the atmosphere can be. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Babbage. Did I miss things? We're not quite done yet, but did I miss things? Is there certain things that you would like to highlight about your city, or maybe why it's not your city, and all that wonderful stuff? I'd like to hear your guys' conversations about what you think is the best cities to start in. But again, these are all opinionated. There's no true best location. It's all just for fun and giving you guys the knowledge to make the educated decision yourself. These first two are big ones, Orison and Babbage. They're probably the main two. Lorville and Area 18 are wonderful locations too, so I can't wait to start talking about them. Lorville has some really sneaky benefits to being at Lorville, and then Area 18 has a really simple system that makes it really, really nice that we'll talk about when we go there as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned for those. But look at the views we're about to get as we take off from Babbage. Oh look, there's a center thing here as well. Make sure we don't hit that. So we fly out. Oh my goodness. Guys. Oh my goodness. Again, getting out of atmosphere in a big ship in Babbage can be time consuming, so be aware of that. But we're not even going to get out of atmosphere. We're going to talk about the biggest benefit Babbage has to it. We just flew out of the spaceport, but say we wanted to go to the Commons instead of the spaceport when we were coming to Babbage. We just wanted to go to the Commons. Before, when you used to sell your cargo from your ship instead of putting it in a freight elevator, this was the go-to place for traders because it took so much time out of the way by just landing at the Commons instead of landing at the spaceport. Now you have to use the freight elevators, so they took that away from you, but you can still do the shortcut to the Commons to do the things that you need to do in the Commons without even having to deal with the spaceport. And then look at this view. Look at this view. Also, again, finding the spaceport for Babbage, again, if I talked about it, you just follow this rail and you find this building. It's pretty self-explanatory. Even at night, it's really easy to just follow the rail. It's away from the city. Again, I really think it's the easiest one to find the spaceport. Let me know if you guys think differently down below again. We're coming up on the Commons, as you can see. The Commons, you follow this rail and the rail branches off. One that goes straight through the middle of the city, and then one that kind of does this small little thing. So like one goes to the Aspired Grand, which is in the city. That's where the habitation and the hospital is. But the Commons is here to the left, right? It's that little circle tram of the transit station that we looked at on the map. And also another way to find the Commons is these bowls, these domes, these biomes. Remember we showed off the malls and those big dome-like buildings? Here they are. This is what they look like from the outside. It's incredible the way Babbage looks. And like I said, this is the best part about Babbage. If you don't want to go to the spaceport, you could come right here, land on the ice, and go to the Commons through this exit elevator here, this surface area. I forgot to talk about the garage that is underneath the space station. The garage is underneath the space station where the tram goes over there for the surface exits on the space station. But you get the same thing here at the Commons. There's a little garage in that building right there. You see the ramp where the snow goes up? That's the main entrance to the Commons, and that's where you go. But look at this. You just land on the ice, and it's your shortcut to the Commons. Not to mention you have all this ice to mess around with and drive cars and do silly things. This is New Babbage, guys. This is what I have for you. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Is this your favorite city? Is this where you're starting for 4.0? Is this your city to prepare you for Pyro? I don't know. I'll see you guys at the next one, which is Lorville. Until then, you know what to do. Smash that like button, leave a comment, subscribe. Thank you guys. This is Astro Manny signing off. I'll catch you guys at the next city. And adios. Bye-bye.